Alright, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Last episode, we proved that there was another person in the restaurant after breaking the legs of Armstrong throughout his perjury testimony. And now we finally got it out. So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. Blackmail. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know. But if that's the lines the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal! Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe? What are you jumpy so about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Topknot. It's not a topknot. Never mind about the hair, just calm down, alright? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kinda get wound up. Ugh! No kidding. You gotta have something that you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for him if you got an hour. An hour? Sure, we'll have reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out the bag, we're really stuck. You say you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet. In that case, would you mind checking the prints out on this for me? It's the bottle, no? You're going back to the station anyway. Could you find whose prints are on this? Oh, hey, that's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's about time we solved the last mystery of who the prints on it belonged to. Yeah, sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me, too. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. We need to get him back in time. Pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. This is gonna be harsh. Because if this gets brought up again, we need to wait. Well, we're now reconvened. Mr. Godot, did you find this Furial T-Ray? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furial T-Ray, but come on. He's a pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites. Very well, please show Mr. T-Ray to the stand. Mr. Fake Phoenix Wright. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the— Yarg! Ah! Don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there's room for me down there, too. What'd you say to me? Nothing, I didn't say nothing, honest. Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent to the judge? How would you know a Brooklyn accent, Phoenix? I got a business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? No, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor! Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on the proceedings as normal. That's it. We're doomed. Miss, you didn't hear me. I said who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout, we can all hear you. What you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in the snare. The relentless snare of the law. And one that'll hold you— I know I'm the one that hold you in. Grrr. Too cool. Well, don't let him get in the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stickin' incident, masked boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial, Maggie Bride? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. The fuck is he trying to do here? Of Of course. Well, perhaps you could give your testimony then. Please tell us what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright. You's the one that set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the days you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick. Why are you still under the table? God damn it, Maya. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with the business in December last September. Spent all the times in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. Ask Violetta, huh? Oh, at last I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, please. Whoa, what is it? Please witness if you can refrain from shouting out like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife, me? Listen up, Sporty. Every time you ask me some ding-dang that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000 and you're gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. I don't think you're gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. Seriously? Is he not gonna allow me to press? Huh, I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute. That's really not. This witness is, how could I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too. Very well, I have no choice but to impose a penalty system. Wait, what? You's better be listening. I got business to take care of, big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will impose a penalty for any relevant pressing of witness testimony. What? Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Coming out from under there already, would you, Maya? Fuck. What do you mean I can't press? You mean I can't press at all? If I can't press, then what am I supposed to do? Fuck, it's gonna cost me HP if I press. So we gotta choose the right press, right? Okay, alright, I wanna save. Saving should be very vital right now. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know? You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about the Viola Cavarini? She writes everything in my schedule. December mainly in the office, that's what it says. That's where I was. That seems like a rather sketchy schedule. Grr. There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing the day of the murder, so now what? Mr. T-Rare, what you want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. Objection! This is a dead-end strike, and you know it. Remember the rules. Objection! No! It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately. I agree, even though I'm still hiding under the table. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you on the office in that day, too? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting me to do business with me. I ain't never seen a young kid before. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please. Mr. T-Ray, the court asked you to add that statement to your last testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. Days you're talking about I was in the office. I never saw that kid before. You didn't know about Mr. Glenn Elg? Really? I don't mess with the guppies when there are bigger fish to fry. What'd you say, boss? Who, me? Oh, you say I hit you with a fat $200,000. Well, I was thinking about purchasing a nice car from Europe. He's seriously considering this? Wow, the Tiger's a really good salesman, huh? Yeah, if I want to sell this case, I need to copy him. How about you hit him with a fat piece of evidence, boss? I'm sure that easy. A stick of ink. If you have something to do with pressing him in something irrelevant, bam, bam, $50,000. Get real, Maya. How about you pay back the money then? Your allowance should cover it. Hey, I'm no idiot, you know. Well, I'm certainly not the one who brought the $50,000 was free money. I need to work this guy without pressing his testimony too hard, but his testimony's pretty solid as it is. I admit nothing jumps out as a contradiction. Well, I've got to find an opening somewhere, or I need to make a new one. We have, I think the evidence is the calendar. Yeah, it's the calendar. Meet with the Tiger. Easy. Mr. T-Ray, you claimed that you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. Nunny. Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tiger, and the date, December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. So, Mr. T-Ray, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg, and on the very day of the incident, you met with him. What you say, punk? Yeah! Not bad, you's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I could do without, plus he's lying through his teeth. Witness, remember that you are under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You calling me a liar, is that what you doing? Uh-oh. You're going to say, you're saying that you claim you have never seen the kid before. Is it the truth? I'm dead serious. You guys better believe that's the truth. Huh. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of black magic. And that is while you testify for the court again, Mr. T-Ray. Oh yes, would you mind indulging the court witness? You never actually met with the victim? There's gotta be a lie right there. I'm gonna nail this guy. So, if I press... I ain't no liar, I never met with Glenn Elg. That was when some lame guy with the name, though, wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, tender lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never been to that trespassing joint, you hear? I see. That all seems perfectly logical. He had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well, begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, Mr. Wright. Do I have to, like, be picky about it, or... Can I press on everything? I'm gonna save. I'm gonna be on the safe side, you know? If I lose health, then... And yet, your name was written on the victim's calendar. Get that horse calendar out of my face. I'm the Tiger, not a lame horse, you porcupine. Tigers like me eat horses like that for breakfast. Oh, no, no, no. Witnesses aren't allowed to permit to eat evidence. Not that they ever would. Well, there was a case once where a young lad ate... Not referencing that. Anyway, if he had never met the victim before, how do you explain the note he left? That's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where the victim worked, December 3rd was the date he had to repay his loan. That wasn't due to discuss borrowing money, but repaying what he owed. Oh, yeah. Maybe you was right. Whatever it was going down at the beginning of December. So you did eat with Mr. Elk then? Hey, right. You might want to cool your jets a second. So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Trespian then? Why would I want to go to a dump like that? If I want to talk with my clients, I got an office decked out for the job. I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there. Not exactly a professional office you got there, you know? So you were in your office on the day of question? He didn't show up. Huh, what do you think, Trite? Let's see, how does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a lone shark's office? And you yourself didn't go to Trespian? What are you trying to pin on me here? Why don't you come down to my office and we can chat about this thing my way, yeah? I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there. No need, I'm good, thanks. Listen up, I ain't got nothing more to say except this. Never. Not even once. Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison in no kid's coffee, capiche? You think he really didn't meet Glenn Elg? Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing. So you mean the whole testimony he gave was a lie? Of course. But we can't afford to give him the time to think of the ways to plug the leaks in it. I gotta nail it while I still can, so it's just evidence. So what evidence do we have here? Let me see. Egyptian bag, fake paper badge, MC bomber, and their flyer. Viola's medical papers. Wait, you were a tender lender! You liar! You have matches there! Mr. T-Ray, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you's talking about? We found them at your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. Nunny. If you really never been to Trespian before, what was a book of restaurant matches doing on your desk? You've been stupid around my stuff now too, wise guy. What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Order, order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me. He just literally perjured, did he? I ain't no pussycat, I don't go back what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. Huh? Nunny? Well, listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well, well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet with Glenn Elg that day. He did put poison in his coffee. He must have. Another testimony, huh? I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. That guy was laid out at the table, stiff as a concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens were on the way out, so I went straight back to my office. So he saw it? I see, so you didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. He's fucking lying again. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it, if I wait around any longer, I ain't gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Huh. No problem. Anytime Trite presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. Oh, Mr. Godot, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours I call a guilty verdict, so do it. Oh, yes, sir. Special express ain't cheap, right? Just use... No, since you's paying. Oh, man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? So I can't press again? Motherfucker, do I have to save again? Well, this is annoying. Well, Nick, what do you think? He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. I need to press him fast before he has time to think things through. I gotta come right back in with a contradiction. Be careful what you press on him, though, or you get penalized, okay? I gotta press him on something, or else I'll reload. So the meeting wasn't due to take place at Tender Lender at all, then? The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you've ever seen if there are any issues. Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people are scared to come? So that's why you decided to meet at Trespian? Huh. You're going over ground there again, that's right. Sorry? You just earned yourself a penalty. Now suck it down. You will suck down the penalty, Mr. Wright, and you will like it? Ah! God damn it. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Motherfucker! They really don't want me to press. I gotta figure out which one to press, though.
Objection!
Ugly scene, what do you mean? The witness has already told us, right? Which makes that question irrelevant. But... Motherfucker! I limit myself to 17 cups of coffee during trial, that's the rule. You better limit the number of times you take a penalty, Trite. Or your guts will look like an inside chimney, Ashen. Hope we burn you again, Mr. Wright. Motherfucker! Not again! Motherfucker! Let's try again. Third statement. You mean you saw Glenn Elk's dead body? I guess I did. I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he called a hat. What time was this? I don't know. Huh? You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches. I ain't gonna pollute my paws with some trickin' henpecker. Out of interest, Mr. Tiro, what winds you up the second most? Huh? What's you think? Square watches. Is this guy for real? Look, all I need to know is that something bad was going down in that place. No penalty. That's a safe bet right there. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then? The tiger was a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to be caught in no murder investigation. So, when exactly did you pick up the matches? There are matches inside from the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking 5 books home. Poor Gumshoe. It's almost like to make a man cry. Saving again. Because this is actually hard if you don't know what you're doing. You went straight back. Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did? What you trying to say? You never been using... You trying to tell me you've never been guilty of nothing? We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide. Like this. The courtroom is not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it? It seems you've done it again, Mr. Wright. Another relevant line of questioning. I must pose a penalty accordingly. God damn it, how about a penalty for those 2 jokers in the garbage you keep on coming up with? Well, gotta figure out evidence I'm gonna submit. Shit. It has to be the 3rd or 4th one. I think it has to be, no? He didn't specify the time, too. Gotta figure this out, though. Okay. I can only press 2 things, but I didn't get much out of them. Laid out over the table, stiff as a concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, so it was... Fuck. I'm trying to figure this out, though. This is harder than I thought it was gonna be, huh? Like, what's the contradiction here? I can't find anything that's gonna be, like, related, no? Is it a profile? Fuck. What's the contradiction here? Let me press him again. I guess I did. I only saw it from behind. Behind? Wait, that's the contradiction. I think I figured out the contradiction. He saw the backup from behind. Wait a second. Laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. He saw him from behind. No, wait! He couldn't see him from behind. Because... there's a partition there. I get it. Yeah, he couldn't see him from behind. You're something of a loan-collecting pro. Aren't you, Mr. T-Ray? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something more of a lie-detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. And I think it's time we got something straight. What is this, Stride? A new line of irrelevant questioning? There are floor plans of the scene of the crime. You say you were standing at the entrance. There was a fucking... Wait, that's the entrance? I thought the entrance is this. At the entrance, Mr. T-Ray. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this. Yeah. There's a wall there. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunate for you, that's not even possible. If the court would think back and remember between each of the tables is a tall partition. Oh. That wall is there. He doesn't remember the layout. Why, that's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. The entrance to the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. Oh, he's sweating. He got caught slipping. So from the entrance of Trespian, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Objection!
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
Objection!
But the defense proved that point to be the moot. The victim witnessed by the Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elk, but a fake. Nani? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was the real killer who impersonated the victim? You see that the killer murdering Glenn Elk and then impersonating the victim for performance of Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of the criminal to the court. I mean, there's only one person that would try to, like, fake it. And with the physique, too. Him. Furio T-Ray. Obviously, the killer is Furio T-Ray. No one else could have done it. Nani? Well, witness. No, that's cute. You think you could pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is the king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts. You can't threaten me, Mr. T-Ray. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, sounds like it must be you, old man. You've got guts. I give you that. Mr. Wright, don't leave me to handle this alone. Huh. Perhaps I could end this embarrassment. Mr. Godot. Let's just go back over to Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't just see the victim. Oh, no, no, no. The servant girl brought him a Jabachina, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She put something Kinkavisky or some white powder in there. It was the victim he saw. Oh, the real victim or not, that doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put poison into the coffee. Well, yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee. Objection! Very impressive, Mr. Godot. As I come out from invisibility, waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Huh. Found your pen at last, Mr. Trite. It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elk, and the waitress from behind. Oh, yes, your point, Mr. Wright. I think the conclusion is very obvious. If this Glenn Elk was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress is also part of the show. Nani, you mean the waitress is an imposter as well? There's only one person it could have been. The defendant, Miss Bride, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting as a hatch elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed? Violetta. There's only Viola. There's only one person. Could be. Who is this woman? Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender. You's making a big mistake. Did you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean. Stop shaking, Nick. Don't let him get to you. Come on, you can do it. Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bride, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true that there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. And she had a cackling laugh. Yeah, she was describing her. Oh, shit. There are just too many contradictions with this case. The second man at the victim's table who nobody but Miss Bride seems to have seen. And the earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear was when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for show. And Mr. Furio T-Rex could have... The only person who could have committed the crime is you! Witness, have you got something to say? Shh. That's cute. Oh, sorry. You so right I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? You've got it all wrapped up nice, huh, right? But you missed out on one real important thing. But that can't be. I was in the joint that day. And met that kid too. Huh? But I couldn't have poisoned him, you hear? What? Did you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. T-Ray? Huh. What troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. And one more steaming cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, will you explain yourself to the court? Will you give one more chance to testify? What happened the day between Tresby and yourself and the victim?